Today, Saturday, the 16th of November 2024, we have some handpicked events to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to our top list of game predictions based on 1.5 and 2.5 goal match picks, as well as our top game picks based on corner kicks with huge odds to take your winning to the next level, then of course you want to make sure that you join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan to start to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. You can click on it, navigate and join as a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to have access to all our membership match prediction picks so that you can also have access to all of these features and start taking your winning to the next height. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first match pick of today's list. Looking at the first match event, we are looking at Germany in the Oberliga Bremen, a match between OSC Bremerhaven playing against Habenhauser. For this event, looking at the performance of Bremerhaven based on recent events they have had, they are very offensive, scoring between 1, 5, 2, and 7 goals per each event. The opponent, on the other hand, proved to be very conceding based on recent events they have had. And looking at the comparison of these two in terms of recent events they have had, you're going to see that based on form, the home team, OSC Bremerhaven, proved to be very offensive and sitting on the third position based on overall, that is recent form. They have had 5 games played, 3 wins have been recorded, scoring 18 goals and conceding 11. That's a very high offensive power. Looking at that of the opponent, on the other hand, the power based on conceding is very, very high. They have had 5 games played, scoring 14 goals and conceding up to 18. Their offense is also very good and the defense is very weak. And looking at everything here in place, we want to look at 2 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular tournament, of course, the performance of both of the two sides in terms of offense is very, very great. And looking at the fact that the defense of the away is very weak, the home is going to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. And since the offense of the away is good, of course, both of the two sides want to impress in terms of shoot on and off target, resulting to goals possibility. Therefore, we want to look at least 1.5 goal in full time for this event, as well as the possibility of 2.5 goals to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Norway in the Elite Siren or Top Siren women. We are looking at Brann women against Anna Bojuna women. For this event, of course, looking at the performance of Brann, they have proved to be very offensive based on recent events they have had, scoring between 1 and 3 goals per each event. The opponent, on the other hand, also proved to concede a lot based on recent events they have had. And comparing the stance of these two in terms of form, we are going to see that based on the recent form of most recent 5 games they have played, Brann proved to be very offensive. For 5 events played, they have had 12 goals scored. That's an average goal score rate of above 2, conceding 4. The offense is good and the defense is good. But that of the opponent, on the other hand, the defense is not that very tight and the offense is average. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular tournament, we are looking at Brann women, which is the home team, to lead this game in full time. Since the offense is very, very high and the defense of the away is not very tight, therefore we want to look at Brann to be the favorite here to try every possibility to lead this game in full time, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking still in the Norway Top Siren women, but this time Vålerenga women against LSK Kvinner women. In this event, the home, that is Vålerenga women, have proved to be very good. They have had games scoring between 2 to 3 goals per each event based on the Top Siren women event they have had. That of the opponent, on the other hand, is not as great as that of Vålerenga, but the offense is also good. Comparing the stance of these two in terms of form based on recent events they have had, we are going to see that both of the two sides, Vålerenga and its opponent, proved to be good in terms of scoring, especially that of Vålerenga, which has an average goal score rate of above almost 3, that is 2.7 to 2.8. The offensive power of Vålerenga is very high and the defense is also great. But that of its opponent, on the other hand, sitting on the third position, the defense is not that very tight. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this tournament, The performance of Vålerenga women have proved to be very offensive, and since the offensive power of the home team is more and the defense of the away is not that very tight, we are looking at Vålerenga to lead this game in full time, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 goals or 2 goals over to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at Czech Republic in the third league. We are looking at the match between Velvari against Povtavka FA. Looking at this, of course, the performance of both sides, especially Velvari, proved that they do concede a lot, even though they also try to score between 1 to 3 goals per each event. The opponent, on the other hand, as well, is conceding as well as scoring, its scoring team, and looking at the stance of these two, comparing the form based on recent events they have had, we're going to see that these particular two teams sit on the 10th position and on the 16th position, while the away team, Pol Vaska, have had 5 events, they have had 11 goals scored, 13 conceded, good offense and poor defense. That of the home, also you can see the defense is very poor. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, of course, the performance based on defense of both sides are not very tight, and the offense is average. And looking at the fact that the defense is very weak, there is the probability of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Also, we want to look at the possibility of at least 6.5 corner kicks to occur in this event in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the Bundesliga women, a match between Wolfsburg women against Potsdam women. The performance of Wolfsburg, based on recent events they have had, have proved that they are very offensive, scoring 3 to 5 goals per each event recently. Its opponent, on the other hand, concedes very much, and looking at the fact that, based on the recent stance of these two comparison in terms of form, Wolfsburg, which is the home, have proved to be the best here. Sitting on the first position, they've had 5 games, having all the 5 wins, scoring 15 goals and conceding none. The defense is very strong and the offense is very strong. But that of the opponent, on the other hand, very weak offense and very poor defense. And Wolfsburg is going to take that upper hand to try every possibility to lead this match in full time. Therefore, we are looking at 2 major picks. First, Wolfsburg to lead. Secondly, Wolfsburg to score over 2 goals in full time. And thirdly, the possibility of at least 2.5 goals to occur in this match, or 1.5 goal. Since the defense of the away is very weak, Wolfsburg would take that advantage of the weak defense of the away. So those are our major pick for this event. Looking at the next, we look at Germany in the Oberliga Westfalen. It's a match between Bochum against Finatrop Bameno. In this event, the home proved to be very offensive, scoring 3 goals per each event. The offensive power is great, but that of the away also proved to be very conceding. And looking at the fact that the stance performance of these two in terms of form based on recent events they have had, Bochum have proved to be better. Sitting here on the first position, the offensive power is good and the defense is very strong. That of the opponent, on the other hand, have a very weak defense with an average conceding rate of about 3. Bochum is going to take advantage of the weak defense of the home. As a result, we want to look at 3 major picks here in full time. First, we are looking at Bochum to lead. Second, the possibility of Bochum to score at least 1 goal over. And thirdly, the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time, since the defense of the away is very weak. Looking at the next here, we are looking at Germany in the Oberliga Baden-Württemberg, a match between Großappach against Oberraschen. In this event, the home have proved to be very offensive, scoring 6, 3 and 2 goals in each event based on recent matches they have had. The opponent, on the other hand, proved to be more conceding as compared to that of the home. And comparing the stance in terms of form of these two, we're going to see that the home team, Großappach, proved to be better in terms of recent events they have had. Sitting on the first position, they have scored 20 goals for 5 events played with an average goal conceded rate of 3. That is, the defense is very strong and the offensive power have an average goal score rate of about 4. That's a very great defense. But that of its opponent, on the other hand, is not as offensive as that of the home, and the defense is not that very tight. We therefore look at Großappach to take advantage of this to try to lead this game in full time. We're just looking at 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at Portugal in the First Liga women, a match between Benfica women against Valades Gain women. In this event, the home Benfica have proved to be very offensive based on recent events they have had, scoring 2 to 4 goals per each event. The opponent, on the other hand, is not as tough as that of the home, and the defense is not that very tight. Looking at the comparison in terms of stand based on these two, we're going to see that Benfica have a better form. And sitting on the first here, they've had 5 events, scoring 12 goals, conceding 0. The defense is very strong, and the offense is good. But that of the opponent, on the other hand, the defense is not that very tight, and we therefore want to look at Benfica women to take the upper hand, to lead this game in full time, as well as at least Benfica to score over 1 goal. That is, if it doesn't exceed 2, we have a refund for Benfica, but we are looking at Benfica to lead or to have 1 goal over. Looking at the next, we are looking at Netherlands in the Eredivisie women, a match between Ajax women against Utrecht women. For this event, both of the two sides proved to be good in terms of offense, and the scoring capability of both sides is good. Comparing these in terms of recent events they have had based on the form stands, we are going to see that these two teams, of course, are good in terms of goal score. Ajax sitting on the second, they've had 5 events played, 4 wins, 11 goals scored, 2 concede. Utrecht, on the other hand, 14 goals scored, 7 concede. Two teams with great offense, but one of the team have great defense, especially Ajax. Of course, since both sides are very tough in terms of offense, we want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time. And since the defense also of one of the side is tough, more shots on and off target will be caused by Utrecht, and which will be blocked by Ajax, also resulting to corners. So we also want to look at the possibility of at least 7.5 corners or 6.5 corners for this event in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at Belgium in the Super League women, a match between Anderlecht women against Gent women. In this event, of course, the performance of Anderlecht have proved to be very offensive, and that of its opponent, on the other hand, concedes a lot. Looking at the recent stands in terms of form comparison of these two, of course, you're going to notice Anderlecht proved to be very great. And sitting on the 4th position, they've had 15 goals scored for 5 events. That's an average goal score rate of about 3. And of course, that of its opponent, on the other hand, proved to concede a lot. Anderlecht is going to therefore take advantage of the weak defense of the away to try to lead this game in full time as one of the major picks, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 or 2 goals over to occur in this game in full time. Looking at the next here, we're looking at UEFA National League, Germany against Bosnia. Germany have proved to be more offensive based on recent events they have had, comparing to that of Bosnia that proved to be very, very conceding. The stands performance of these two in terms of recent event proved that, of course, Germany sits on a better place. 4 events played, 10 goals scored, 3 conceded. But that of Bosnia's concede more, 9 goals conceded. And looking at this, Germany sits on a better stand in terms of offense. We want to look at Germany to take advantage of the weak defense of Bosnia to lead this game in full time, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time, or Germany to score 1 goal over. And of course, to those of you who want to have access to our top game prediction based on corner kicks and our top 10-15 list of 1.5 and 2.5 goal with huge odds to take your winning to the next level, then of course you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro plan to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. And also to those of you who want to be having early access to all our game prediction, for example, this particular video was posted yesterday. Only members were able to access this particular game predictions which we have shared. And of course, if you also become a member, you also have early access to all our game prediction based on the general match picks which we shared to the public, like this video you are watching. It was posted yesterday, but you are seeing it today because, especially to those of you who are just seeing it now, is because you didn't have early access. And if you want to have early access to all our general match pick prediction like this, then you also want to make sure that you subscribe to our channel as a member of either the Level 1 or Level 2 Pro plan to be having early access like this. So good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.